The Disney Vault Secret: How Walt's $500 policy saved Mickey Mouse. Did you know? Walt Disney was 48 hours away from losing everything. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, his entire animation empire gone. The year was 1953, and Disney needed $17,000 immediately, or his dream of Disneyland would die before breaking ground. Every bank in America had already said no. His own brother begged him to give up. But Walt had something those bankers didn't know about: a financial secret that would not only save his company, but build a multi-billion-dollar dynasty that still dominates entertainment 70 years later. This is the story they don't teach in business school. And by the end, you'll understand why the wealthy guard this strategy so carefully. The dream that banks refused to fund Walt Disney wasn't always the name synonymous with magic. In the early 1950s, he was a struggling animator with a radical vision: the world's first theme park. Not a carnival, not a fair, a fully immersive entertainment experience, unlike anything that existed. He called it Disneyland. But here's what the history books leave out. Every single bank thought Walt was insane. Who would pay to walk around and look at cartoon characters? They laughed. His own wife thought he'd lost his mind. His business partners threatened to quit. The financial pressure was crushing. Disney needed capital to purchase land in Anaheim, to start construction, to prove his vision wasn't just a fantasy. He exhausted every traditional option. Bank loans, rejected; investors, not interested. Credit lines, denied. Walt Disney, the man who created Mickey Mouse, couldn't get $1 of financing from the same institutions that would later beg to be associated with his brand. The secret weapon. But Walt had done something years earlier that most entrepreneurs never consider. Back when his animation studio first started making money, a financial advisor convinced him to put money into a cash value life insurance policy, what we now call an indexed universal life insurance policy, or ULIUS. Most people think life insurance is just a death benefit, a payout when you die. But Walt's policy was different. It was a living asset, a private bank account that grew tax-free, protected from market crashes, and, most importantly, could be accessed without asking anyone's permission. While his cash sat in that policy, it accumulated value, guaranteed growth with zero market risk. When the stock market crashed, his policy didn't blink. When banks failed, his policy remained rock solid. And when Walt needed exactly $17,000 to save Disneyland, he didn't need a loan officer's approval. He borrowed against his own money. Within 48 hours, Walt had the capital. No credit check, no business plan review, no banker telling him his dream was impossible. He was his own bank. The three shields that saved Disney Walt's Yule had three powerful protections that traditional savings and investments couldn't match. Shield 1, market crash protection. When markets dropped, Walt's cash value didn't lose a penny. It was indexed to market gains but protected from losses. Heads he wins, tails he doesn't lose. Shield 2, inflation and tax armor. While inflation eroded savings accounts and taxes ate investment returns, Walt's policy grew tax-deferred. He could access his money through loans that were tax-free. The IRS couldn't touch it. Shield 3, instant liquidity without permission. This was the game changer. Banks could say no. Partners could say no. But his policy? It said yes, always, immediately. No waiting periods, no approval process. Just access to his own accumulated wealth. That $17,000 loan saved Disneyland. The park opened in 1955 and generated $10 million in its first year. Today, Disney theme parks generate over $28 billion annually. All because Walt had a financial tool that gave him control when traditional finance abandoned him. The secret they've hidden from you. Here's what makes this story infuriating. This strategy isn't new. It's not exotic. It's not even complicated. But it's been deliberately hidden from the middle class for generations. The Rockefellers used it. The Rothschilds used it. J.C. Penney used it to survive the Great Depression. Ray Kroc used it to build McDonald's. and Walt Disney used it to create the most valuable entertainment empire in history. Why don't more people know about this? Because banks don't profit when you become your own bank. Wall Street doesn't win when your money's protected from their volatility. The system is designed to keep you dependent on loans you have to beg for, on credit you have to qualify for, on investments that can vanish overnight. An indexed universal life policy flips the script. You're not investing in the market, you're protected from it while capturing upside growth. You're not borrowing from a bank, you're accessing your own capital. You're not hoping you'll have money when you need it, you're guaranteeing it. This isn't just for the wealthy. The biggest lie they've sold you is that tools like this are only for the rich. That's exactly backwards. The wealthy use IULs to stay wealthy, but everyday people can use the exact same strategy to build wealth. You don't need Walt Disney's fortune to start. You need to understand what Walt understood. Traditional banking and investing is a rigged game designed to keep you dependent. And UL lets you opt out of that system while building tax-free, market-protected wealth you control. Think about it. What would change in your life if you had access to capital whenever you needed it? No credit checks, no loan denials, no begging banks for permission to use your own money. Want to start a business? Borrow from your policy. Need to buy real estate at the perfect moment? Access your cash value. Market crashes and everyone's panicking. Your money sits protected, still growing, still accessible. This is what the elite have been doing for over a century. They've built generation after generation of wealth using the same financial vehicle that saved Disney, survived the Great Depression, and continues to work today regardless of economic chaos. The choice is yours. Walt Disney stood at a crossroads in 1953. He could accept what the banks told him that his dream was impossible, or he could use the financial tool he'd quietly built to bet on himself. You're standing at the same crossroads right now. You can keep playing the traditional game, saving in accounts that barely beat inflation, investing in markets that can collapse overnight, hoping banks will approve you when you need capital. Or you can do what Walt did, what the Rockefellers did, what wealthy families have done for generations. Build your own private banking system. Protect your wealth from market volatility. Create tax-free growth. Guarantee yourself access to capital whenever opportunity or crisis appears. This isn't just for people with Walt Disney's wealth. This is for anyone who sees the value in taking control of their financial future. If you're tired of being told no by banks, if you're frustrated watching your investments swing wildly with market chaos, if you want the same financial security that built the Disney empire, it's time to learn about indexed universal life insurance. We can help you help yourself. Our financial advisors specialize in showing everyday people how to implement the same strategies the wealthy use to build and protect generational wealth. No pressure, no sales pitch. Just education about a financial vehicle that's been deliberately kept from the middle class. Find our contact details in the description below. Let's have a conversation about building your own Disney vault. Because the secret to financial freedom isn't working harder or getting luckier. It's using the same tools the elite have used for generations. Walt Disney proved that in 1953. Now it's your turn. The only question is, will you stay dependent on a system designed to keep you asking for permission? Or will you become your own bank? Subscribe for more financial strategies the wealthy don't want you to know.